Alright, all you listeners to the madness, welcome back to Under the Radar. And once again, to start off the year, we have to report on some bad news because the stunts are once again in the Bermuda Triangle, which means we've got to take a trip to a planet far away from here to check out some cool games while we're there for another edition, your starting edition of the Planet of the Games. And the first game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Paytaya, hopefully we said that name right, with their said game, Oni Hunter. And this game automatically reminds me of, I guess, Samurai Jack with a little hint of Onimusha. It was an 8-bit form. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting the ability to take out a multitude of enemies with a, I guess, Max Payne-like bullet time action, but you also get a chance to use dual-wielding swords to get the job done as well. Even though the one sword, according to the maestro, was good enough to take out 4 enemies at once, I still want dual swords for this game. And the only tip of advice we have for you fans out there for this said game is to make sure you know your movements when you're using the special ninja bullet time mode that they have in this game, because one false move could be fatal in this world of, I guess, ninja-like attacks. You know, just as a heads up. And the next game that we have up besides Ninjas in Neo Tokyo comes from the website of Indy.com with their said game, Bastardos Episode 1. And the game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only an 8-bit Doom version of Red Dead Redemption, but a little hint of Desperado and Tombstone in there as well. Or any spaghetti western that you could possibly imagine from your childhood or adult years. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you can play alongside with your friend, or even get a chance to upgrade all of these cool western-like weapons, including that cool version of the Gatling gun you can use in this game. And the only thing I care about upgrading at this point, after Maestro pointed out to me, is the shotgun. The good old-fashioned double-barreled shotgun that you can use to take out 2 enemies at once. Now, let's hope they have the pump action one so you can really do some damage. And the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Shati or Shy T, thank you for the correction, Maestro, with their said game, Take Your Pills. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Pac-Man, but a little hint of the FX show called Testes. And for those who've never seen that show before, it's a show about a whole bunch of people who would test these drugs and different things that were not even, cleared by the FDA yet for them to get paid for it. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you can play this alongside with a friend, because all of the pills in this game takes random effects and does random things to you, so yeah, I would love to experience that alongside with a friend. Because can you imagine if one of the pills randomly gave you invisibility, but yet the other one turns you into some super Pac-Man, or even another pill that causes you to explode completely? And Maestro said he's not too entirely sure if those pills exist, but with a game like this, I got a feeling if you mix too many of them, you probably would explode. Just saying. But besides a game that has a whole bunch of random pills with random abilities that'll most likely not react well if you mix them, comes from the website of GameJolt.com with their said game, Spine 3D. And this game automatically reminds me of the Langoliers. with a little hint of that one movie that I can't remember the name of that involved a whole bunch of crazy creatures from another planet that would kill you if they touched you. And according to the maestro answering like if this was Jeopardy, what is the darkest hour? Oh, and he's right. Thanks, maestro. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that there's a way that you can actually capture these creatures by locking them into a closet, or even the ability for you to actually outrun them and lock yourselves in a room before they attack you. And according to the maestro, with no doors around this diner, not too entirely sure if it's possible. Right? Well, here's hoping there's other people in the diner that you can outrun so you can get out of there before the thing finds you. No, just small things I hope for in the near future for this game. And the last but not least game that we have up for this week comes from the website known as GameJolt.com with their said game, The Ransom. And this game automatically reminds me of the 1800s version of the classic Liam Neeson film of Taken. You know, from the perception of the person who actually got taken. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that there's something in that carriage that you could use to take out the driver himself, and the maestro would chime in by saying, wouldn't that be a bad thing to happen? And in my rebuttal to that, maestro, not as bad as where the destination you're heading inside the said cart. Because if you are not able to get out in enough time, I got a feeling something bad will happen to you. So, no, take out the driver is my option, as long as it's nowhere near a cliff. See, I made sure I add that part in because they do take turns around the cliff while you're going in this cart ride that you didn't voluntarily sign up for. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other cool games that are from a planet far away from here, yet close enough to be beamed into your homes in less than 24 hours, you can go ahead and head on over to the Free Game Planet page, only known as freegameplanet.com, to check out a whole bunch of cool games that are just out of this world. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back to this music once again. And when we return, we'll be back with another edition of the GTA Online Top 5 Tracks of the Week right after this. So don't touch that dial just yet, folks, and stay tuned.